Hello my beauties, and in this video I'm gonna reveal to you what we call in as consultants deadly compatibility in Destiny Matrix. What does it mean and whose matrices we will be analyzing. As you know, the case of Natalia Nagovitsina, who went to mountains, Victory Peak, and died there, like, triggered me a lot. I feel very sad for the woman that she ignored her Destiny Matrix energies like completely from A to Z. And her first whisper was her husband dying in the mountains. So I found the date of birth of her husband and decided to see. That's quite interesting. He died 2021 in August. She died August 2025, in 4 years after him. And Victory Peak is just in front of like Hunt Henry, where he died, sort of like in those mountains. And his death, by the way, was mysterious, quite mysterious. There were people rescuing them because she said she will stay with husband no matter what. And when people arrived who intended to rescue them, she relaxed a little bit and just left him for a little bit with people who were carrying him, guys. And when they returned, like they put like the how you call this shit? Oh Lord, they put his stretcher somewhere aside and decided to take rest. When they returned to the stretcher, it was empty. Husband mysteriously disappeared, so they guessed he fell somewhere and died. Crawl, maybe fall off stretcher and died. Mysterious death, like literally very mysterious and very lonely. He died going through transits pure stream, Destiny Matrix program transits called pure stream, and leading energy at age he died was energy 9. Energy of isolation, energy of loneliness, and again, like, I found it very extremely mysterious. By the way, he also, just like her, he had in his Destiny Matrix program, you see danger on the road. She had it in her health chart, chakral tab, and he's having literally in his Destiny Matrix on ancestral diagonals 13, 7, and together 13 and 7 gonna be 20. 13, 7, 20, danger in the road program in its action. And I was sort of like, when checking his matrix, I was like, oh, he must have this program, the very same program too. And I was right, but for me still his death is a little bit of a mystery. Maybe later on I will be diving more to find Destiny Matrix explanation how exactly he died, calculating compatibility with his alleged date of disappearance / death, because they were carrying him. He was paralyzed after stroke. They were carrying him. They left a stretcher with him for a little, just to take rest, and she also. And when they returned, the stretcher was empty, and his body nowhere to be found. So another mysterious death, like, of her husband. Anyway, my loves, so he also having this danger on the road. So please, those of you who having the same program, plan it carefully. Okay. And what is interesting in the matrix is, in her matrix and in his, you see here 13-7 and here 13-10. In her case, 7, the road energy in the biggest minus, in his accident energy of accident, unlucky and happy accident in biggest minus too. Like literally a little bit different type of death, yeah, but energies that caused it, they are similar. 13, 10 and 7 here. 13, 7 and 10, and almost similar positions, just different diagonals. Quite interesting, I'm telling you. Especially, and he had on love line and in his past life karma oppressed soul karmic tail. Oppressed soul karmic tail, here I may suggest that she was suppressing him with her character. Like she was trying to suppress him and push on him her will and her vision in relationship. And even with this hobby, climbing mountains, yeah, I think it was her like idea. She was an initiator, and before they started to climb on this deadly climb, when he died, he wetted his boot. There was like negative omen number 1. Another, like he felt a stomach pain, which supposedly now some people making suggestion it wasn't stomach. And by the way, he died or disappeared. How one of ghosts wrote his alleged date of death. As well, energy 10 health. As well, energy 10. Let me check. 10 of August. 5 days before his birthday, like literally, yeah. 10 of August, the day of his disappearance, and 10, in his case, biggest minus energy. Like the biggest energy, literally. In her case, they don't know exact day of death, but again, it's definitely August 2025. But in his case, day we can identify, and it was 10. And later on, I will check his compatibility with his date of death. But now we will be discussing their compatibility, deadly compatibility. Those of you who are fans of Lola Saga, we checked compatibility of Lola Mama and Lola Daddy. All the Lola Saga for sponsors only, right now available. In karmic tail compatibility 6517 or beauty / narcissistic program. This couple, they very much worry how they appear to other people in eyes of society, how they appear, what other people think of them. They extremely worried and preoccupied, and in such relationship either we dealing with both of them are narcissists, either we dealing like one of them narcissist and another one is a victim. It's either one or another case. And the other similarities between their destiny matrices, look, spiritual liar and deceiver program. In her case, like in first soul contract. In his case, in visit card and kid parental relationship. Spiritual liar and deceiver. Another quite interesting similarity. About the attraction level, again, I gonna speak how much she was attracted towards him. She needs 12, energy 12 in a guy. Not seeing strong 12 here. Not at all. No. Nowhere to be found. She needs strong 17 in a guy. Again, nowhere to be found. And 17 is like being like a star, being famous, being like adored for something partner, yeah? Partner that stands out and that other people drooling all over. So maybe she was trying through this hobby like lift him to the level that he match her preferences in love. 17. She needs some type of star partner, influential, famous. And energy 5 she needs in a man. Here was in sleeping beauty position in his case and damaged by ancestral. So damaged by ancestral. 515. And in her case, this is matches of future husband. This is future husband position. Yeah, he had strong 5. He, not always the best. So definitely he definitely she taught him like a lot in this relationship, and everything was mostly like she wanted. yeah, for marriage, like sort of he was suitable, but like long term or something, and she definitely not the one who was chasing. Yeah. What he needs in a partner? He needs strong 21, again, nowhere to be found in strong position. Here doesn't count from talents. He needs strong 4 in a woman. That's not her story. Like, and he needs strong 10 in her only in her like second soul contract strong, and on ancestral here we have a damage 10. Okay, so for long term they are not a match. Yeah, attraction level sucks, but it's sort of marriage that mostly marriage for public eye. Okay, and deep down they feel zero towards one another, because here longevity of relationships, they can't meet one another needs, but maybe being bossy and teaching him into something, yeah, how to be a star of mountaineering, yeah, she was trying to close this need, but still they hit it karmic portraits of one another. This is very ancestral, very karmic, and here I will make suggestions that most likely relatives on both sides played huge role in getting them together. Sort of could be on her side mother, sort of, but he is the only one with serious intentions towards you. Oh, marry him, yeah. Attraction levels, we speaking here, like literally. Attraction levels very, very, very low, but they hit karmic portraits of their future spouses. Like in her case she needs strong 5, here he's having strong 5, and but damaged by ancestral perspective, yeah, by ancestral unlearned lessons in terms of energy 5. And here he needs strong 10. She's having strong 10 here in the soul contract, formed by 5, by the way, formed by energy 5, and here she's having, which at the end of the day, yeah, this 10 led her to the death. So they much like they future spouses, yeah, here this energy responsible, very karmic for one another, this energy like responsible, yeah. And by the way, again, when you will get married sooner or later, again, if energy from here, from your future spouse, repeated in one or another soul contract, yeah, here in her first soul contract, most likely you will marry till 40, like for sure, like official marriage on horizon for you, if this energy repeated here in first soul contract. Most likely till 40 you will get married here. Again, high chances. If this energy repeated somewhere here, yeah, chances after 40. So she had like chance to marry again, like after he died, but she probably chosen not to. Still, in his case, I'm coming to conclusion with his energies that mostly he was like pushed into marriage, into this marriage, mostly on her side, like dragged into, because in terms of love he is very, you can influence him a lot. It's energy 10, and it's at the bottom, like you can influence him, you can manipulate him into marriage easily if you want to. Very interesting type of compatibility. I wish to know more on their personal story, unfortunately not available over internet, but you see both of them like karmic portraits of future husband spouse, and literally in the compatibility, a red flag number 1 for me. If somewhere in your compatibility you have energy 8 in a strong position, and this is very strong position, then definitely it's karmic relationship, heavy karmic relationship. Another red flag in the compatibility for me was energy 16. It's doom energy, let's say, yeah. in the core and in the like guardian angel of couple, let's say. Third red flag, narcissistic karmic tale. So the people married one another, the motivation behind marriage, they married one another for other people, to please other people, or to portray some sort of like ideal picture in eyes of society. Narcissist karmic tale in a marriage is always like people does not feel deeply for one another. They mostly marry one another for the sake of prestige, or some sort of benefits, yeah, of ideal picture, portraying like ideal family, which is very untrue. Whenever you see a couple with this narcissist karmic tale, you should know those are great actors. They together to develop their acting skills, and whatever they're showing to you, the picture of their family life, fake, fake, fake. Okay, it's fake, fake, fake. Okay, please keep this in mind, please. And why this young Luca jumped to help her, ran to help her, and risked his own life, and this entire story a little bit strange also, yeah. When she met this Luca, they met, by the way, as a couple, yeah. Because another red flag in the compatibility, energy 15. Energy 15, and this is cheating test. Test of cheating, literally, yeah. Test of cheating. Betrayal. And repeated on the love line directly in a marriage position. So this marriage may end like with one cheating on another. And why husband had stroke again? Like so many ideas. Anyway, we will be checking his compatibility with date of death or disappearance. Another red flag. Remember, I told you degeneracy or extinction of a kin program incompatibility strong. And degeneracy, extinction of a kin on Earth line strong. Another red flag is what already in the matrix was not enough, you know. If they come to me for consultation, should they marry, I would say, please no, but you definitely need to change something deep inside you about how you perceive in this world, because you met for this is a final purpose, final goal, yeah. You need to rethink your entire worldview, but to marry one another, you can't handle all these negative programs. It's like literally the compatibility, one negative program after another, I cannot find anything positive. Please, okay, I cannot find anything positive in the compatibility. Extinction of a kin degeneracy program. What does it mean? The most negative traits of one another, they will fuel. The most negative traits of one another, they will bring to the surface the darkest sides of one another. They will create environments that will support manifestation of the most negative fucking traits. This is very supportive environment, and quite often I'm having clients with this program incompatibility, and they come in like, oh, but we live in hood with husband, we understand one another, blah, 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 and so on. At the end of the day, you being together, like you bring in doom to one another, one way or another, like very negative program. And again, there's the same reason, yeah. In my case with Superman, we have this incompatibility, extinction of a kin, degeneracy in first soul contract. So I'm extremely cautious, like I don't want to go and explore there. I already seen so many cases. I have statistic, yeah, and this is another case from statistic, and I'm sharing on my YouTube only like 5% maybe in best case scenario As you know, I'm very productive. I'm regularly posting some videos. I'm sharing only 5% of what I'm dealing with cases. Only 5 tiny percent. So this is tip of an iceberg. My YouTube channel is a tip of an iceberg. So me, for myself, conclusion, yeah, because it's easy for me to go and say Superman yes and marry him, marry millionaire with already everything fucking ready. But I know how this program may unfold and hit you in the ass. And I don't want this. I have already enough statistic, including this couple, yeah, how they ended up. I don't want to repeat the scenario. I don't want to repeat the scenario. And just as confirmation for my like fears and everything, recently I had a girl from United Arab Emirates. She married Emirati, and now he took her son. They divorced him because he cheated, and he cheated with a married hijabi woman. He was cheating on his Russian wife with a married hijabi Emirati woman. And I was in shock, like, but how they cheated? Like, she's so fucking modest, she's so holy. And she said, no, they do everywhere they go. They have this, they have iPhones, and they have AirDrop, and they can drop one another pictures and cheat easily while husband at work, etc., etc. And she figured out that he is going and cheating on her with a married, like, another Emirati woman. I was in a huge shock. And now, after she divorced him, she cannot go back to Russia, take her son and go back to Russia. She cannot. She must live there just to see her son once per week. He's allowing her to see a son. She risked her fucking life to give birth to the baby. She experienced very difficult pregnancy, not him, but he took the son and not giving him to her. And even what is more horrific, the entire family, like his mother, relatives, they will be putting the son, putting shit and bullshit in his brain against own mother. That she is infidel, she is that, she is bad, she is shitty. And of course, child not receiving enough of love, he's saying mother once per week. I don't want this to repeat in case with Superman. I don't want this to repeat. So I said, yeah, look, unless you change in your religion completely, nothing, like, we're not getting together. Because compatibility, again, I don't want to play this drama. I'm too much experienced, I have watchfulness, I have statistic, I know how this type of compatibilities, how they ended up. I know. So here you will bring doom to one another, literally extinction of a kin program. And both of them died early. Both of them died early. She died 2025, he died 2021. Both of them. Extinction of a kin here being her. What are we having? Extinction of a kin. Just amazing, you know. Just amazing. Another interesting programs. Again, 16 here, damaged by ancestral negative scenarios in the case. Or the angel couple, yeah, damaged by ancestral something. Shit. Ancestral shit. Another interesting programs, crazy passions on the money line. It's not easy to handle. And we have in a binge program on love line, another difficult to handle program. Like, literally. And in terms of characters, they were very different in terms of characters. So this is type of deadly compatibility, and if one of them came to me for consultation, I would say run while you still can. But what makes it alluring? Energy 15 makes it alluring, and energy 8 makes it alluring, especially at the initial stages of when things just starting to take place. And here we have like strong cheating energy. Definitely there was a test of cheating, just don't want to dig into this dirty basket, let's say. And by the way, he had also high spiritual mission of unification of people program, but on ancestral. He had on ancestral high spiritual mission 5, 15. Maybe not. Maybe in because 5 and 15 here won't be 10. But I remember somewhere he had, maybe on one of the chakras, he had also high spiritual mission of unification of people, so people united to save him, to rescue him. Both of them, they were not realizing this high spiritual mission in their lives. They were not realizing. But the dude here, he was like very like physically strong, energy 11. Really physically strong. It's supposed to give you a good health. If you won't kill it with your delulus or something, or your fears, yeah, till 40. If you will not kill it, here's strong physical body and really strong health. So I'm wondering what the hell had happened to him that he had a stroke. Based on what? Based on what? And she refused to leave him alone. She was waiting for rescuers, and when they arrived and they started to descend, yeah. Oh, wait, let me double check that. Yeah, descent. When they started the descent, like literally, they left him alone for some period of time while taking rest, and he disappeared. And people guessing he sort of like fell off a stretcher, climbed, and maybe you know how to say, fall into abyss, you know. Literally deadly compatibility here. Deadly. Everything is wrong. Energy 8, the most karmic energy. Energy 16, tower moment. Like literally you will have huge tower moments in your life with this. Especially because 16 here damaged by ancestral Diana. Like you must have huge tower moments to enjoy, let's say, fully enjoy your compatibility. You will bring the worst narcissistic traits, by the way, you will bring in one another. And some people discussing sort of like she used so much that people rushing to save either him, yeah, her husband, either her, because she was rescued again. She went into May 2025, she was in the mountains too, and she broke her leg, and people rescued her back then. And she used so much, so she became even more reckless, testing her fucking luck here, energy 10. She decided, okay, now I will break all rules completely. I was lucky once, I was lucky twice, sort of. That rescuers, they came, yeah, very first time to save her husband, they climbed there. Next time they were there to save her, and they saved. And that's when when she relaxed and started to misuse her good luck. And this is actually was the warning again. I will repeat again because repetition teaches you the best. That I told one of my hosts with strong energy 10 who wants adrenaline sports, you want to test your good luck? Maybe 2 times you will be lucky and everything will be fine and you enjoy your adrenaline sports. But next time you will be in deep ass. And good if that, not wrecked apart and learning how to live being handicapped. And a live example how she was testing her luck after 40 turned on. really strong in her matrix. How she was testing her good luck, pushing it to the limits. Twice he already was like, and she relaxed, okay, they're gonna rescue me from the victory peak. No, my baby, no. So here, like literally everything wrong with this compatibility. Unlucky together, again, energy of good luck with them. They were bringing bad luck to one another. Yeah, if you have energy 10 on ancestral diagonals or in the karmic tail, okay, you with your partner, you are bringing bad luck to one another to some extent. Still, on ancestrals it will be more of bad luck than in karmic tail, because karmic tail depends on scenario. It may happen that one of you like will be making another one luckier as past life payment. But when it's about ancestral, it goes both way equally. Okay, his way, her way. Yeah, you will be making one another equally unlucky. Literally equally unlucky. Everything is wrong. Like entire compatibility is freaking red flag. 8, the karmic one, 16, damaged by ancestral, energy 10, extinction of a kin program, yeah, degeneracy in direction of narcissism, narcissistic karmic tail. Like, literally, come on. Now I want to change and check his date of death. So I will replace with, they say 10 of August 2021, his date of disappearance. Let's check what had happened. Crazy passions, wow. Remember, they had crazy passions in compatibility. Definitely, again, there was some sort of provocation. And energy 15 here, like, I don't know, maybe he saw something and got jealous of his wife, because remember, that's when Luca joined them. Here, like, jealousy, crazy passions caused a stroke. Here, some sort of like crazy passion caused a stroke. Here, definitely death because of like life partner is in marriage position. Like, look, energy 13, energy of death is in a marriage position, so could be a death caused by your spouse, marriage partner. Yeah, again, road energy 7, danger on the road in his compatibility. Yeah, danger of the road activated. Energy 10 here strong, again, damaged by his karmic tail. And he had incompatibility still, tower moment compatibility with August, just like her, by the way. Lack of freedom and isolation. When he was left alone, like literally, could be something happening. Let me see deeper through this, through the energies of the day. Rebel, karmic tail with Dylan. Again, it was such a strong good luck energy, bad luck caused by a spouse. Again, in spouse position. And crazy passions. Again, if you want like my crazy suggestion here, usually I don't like to speculate on this. But my crazy guess in terms of what I already seen so far, that maybe he got jealous of her and this Luca, and he had a stroke. Could be high chances. I'm not excluding, or not necessarily Luca, could be someone else, that he had jealous. Something like there was definitely strong emotions that provoked this. Because at time of his death, he was going through transits 9, 10, 19. And only one is active here is 10. And 10 in his case, past life karma and marriage, marital partner. And her 10 was damaged, so she was not good for him. She was not the right person to help him to fix his energy 10. She was not the right person. She was the one to make his energy 10 only worse. And energies of the day itself, strong energy 10, responsible for marital partner. And here we got rebel twice. And this could be scandalous, you know, a person letting off what they tolerated for a while, and he tend to tolerate a lot. He tend to eat a lot of shit in relationship, because literally oppressed soul karmic tail, yeah, they tend to eat a lot of shit in relationship completely, like his past life karma was unfolding through the marital partner, or just a partner, yeah, wasn't for the worst past life karma in relationship. All of you who have a repetition, yeah, of karmic tail on your love line, be ready, girls, because where you gonna pay the price, not in finances, not via finance, but mostly in relationship. You will have karmic partner to marry and pay your heavy karma in relationship, mostly. I'm not seeing even like those energies repeating somewhere else, like, well, in his in second part of life after 40, even becoming worse. Energy 4 here becoming worse, because all those grudges he tolerated from her, maybe she treated him like a shit, and this narcissistic karmic tale that they had in compatibility only favored this. Yeah, maybe she was treating him like a shit and demanding him to become like more famous, more like with his activities, because in her case, in her matrix, desire to have a famous partner, sort of a partner like when all eyes on him, some sort of star partner. So definitely a lot of pressure was there. A lot of pressure was there. For him, this negative karma may play out much easier if he would be marrying like a foreign girl, some like foreign woman, and like relocating. In his case, this could help him to escape negative karma, but he didn't. He married her, he married like local, because again, we have strong 20 in his. He married local woman. But in the long run, yeah, here energy 21, international foreign overpowering, and local woman not gonna do him anything good. If he married like a foreigner, I can bet he would not be dying prematurely, because he literally died prematurely. Okay, and this death was pushed by the lifestyle that he had with his life partner, her, literally, Natalia. Again, in his case, it's just like in case of Lola having 20 on his love line somewhere, yeah, and 21 is planetary, and he's planetary overpowering, so he should not marry someone of the same culture, same religion, must be very different from his customs woman. If he will marry the same, there will be some sort of disaster. Like this dude, like local woman pushed him towards disaster and premature death, like, and literally the core incompatibility, the crucial mistake in his case that led him to the death is wrong choice of a life partner. Wrong choice of a life partner. Energy 21, the heaviest that he didn't work, that he failed. Look here, as a core 21, incompatibility with his date of death. And here 21. And here we have 17 and 4. Literally her demands, she was pushing him to be like a man that she desires, that in her understanding is a true man. She was pushing her, and for her true man is some sort of like star type of well famous man. literally these 6 scenarios that I already mentioned previously from the compatibility taking place here. Literally. If he married some foreign woman somewhere abroad, I don't know, in Kazakhstan maybe, because even if it's similar, still in Kazakhstan they have different religions, so he will need to adjust. Or if he married some American woman, I don't know, his life would be much easier, and here to marry her was huge mistake. And this is reflected literally in his compatibility with date of death, and they may have some scandals because of money, also some tension, because look, we have here crazy passions from the money line in compatibility. We have it in the worst position in his compatibility with date of death. So the cause of death is his own choice of a life partner, and the wives that like attraction levels were very weak, completely karmic marriage that led both of them to extinction of a kin program in its finest. In its finest, like literally. The doom compatibility, and proven proven by his date of death, all the mistakes, all the, again, look, energies of the day he died, he disappeared, yeah. In his matrix, this energy 10, responsible for spouse, for wife, in his matrix, this 10 responsible for wifey doing what? Putting a lot of pressure, because wifey had 7 in deepest minus, and 7 is what? Pressure. They go as a tank in minus, yeah. And 7, look here, damaged in minus. So based on this, energies of the day, very highlighted energy 10, look, 10, fucking wife. A reason, true reason, cause of behind this stroke, death, emotionally, again, strongest position here, energy 15, energy of devil is aggression, crazy passions, as well as part of program, jealousy as well. So her behavior towards him on this hike can make him mad and provoke a stroke, like literally. This energy that is present in his compatibility with date of death, again, stands where? And nowhere else, just it's like highlighting the true reason behind his death is a wife, like literally. Wife is real cause of death. And I found it very karmically interesting that Luca died also, as if it was like, again, in this karmic boomerang symbolism on her picture, again, if there was some sort of flirt, even misinterpreted flirt, again, that triggered the husband, and definitely she was pushing the self-esteem of the husband like to very low position. Definitely with her energy 5, like then boomerang hit both of them, like Luca and her. For one or another, I'm trying to find this Luca date of birth. Unfortunately, I'm not able to find. For my personal, like books of destinies. I'm planning to write this book of destiny, taking as example a lot of family. They have a lot of karmic shit to write about also. Very interesting, deep karmic shit that I hadn't even shared in videos yet. But here, like, so many hints towards, like, okay, reason of death energy. Who is bringing death? Wife. Okay, on day itself, which energies were? Okay, energy 10 and energy 5, it was her core. Here in deepest minus, energy 5 was her character. So her character on that day, energies of the day, like showing you the worst like of her behaviors. Let me check with her compatibility of this day with her. When her husband died, what was in her case? Again, cheating. Cheating energy. Lord, very sexual energy here, like. And in his case, what was, I need to check year compatibility with years. 10, 10. In her case, it's 11, very sexual energy on that day present. Again, and 17 in her case. Again, she was pushing him, demands, be my star partner, or like, maybe she compared him to someone else. I don't know. Something was related to both cheating and like demands that she demanded from him to be like a star or something. Very karmic, like for her in relationship day, energy 8 here. And a lot of strong energies of cheating on this in her compatibility with the date. Literally. Love triangles. Very interesting. But for her, no death energies. You see, she was sort of like safe on the day. Sort of safe. Victimized energy 12, yeah, but safe. But he died. And her behavior and attitude towards husband here, literally 17, she was pushing 17 on him. Demands to go achieve, be famous, be like, no. And people literally, they were wondering, because when people contacted her, and she was reporting that husband is having a stroke, her responses, they were very, very calm. Very calm. And the base told her to descend, to leave him alone and descend. And she said, no, I'm not leaving my husband. She was telling it calmly, but emotionally, like, completely detached and not behaving as a grieving wife. But again, this is giving me like narcissistic like portray that she's portraying herself in eyes of society, that I'm not leaving my husband, and she's her first time getting viral related to this, that I'm not leaving my husband type of story. Yeah, I'm not leaving him alone. Again, but emotionally wise, she had a lot of like self-control. And the compatibility, remember, that was 5 at the bottom, as far as I remember, was 5 in the bottom. Let me check again. The compatibility with narcissistic karmic tail. No, not 17 at the bottom. 17 at the bottom. And she was pushing this 17, but 5 as well, part of karmic tail. So her demands towards husband like were in the worse, and triangulation being used a lot. She may compare him, she tend to compare him to other dudes, showing him like example of desired like masculinity in her eyes. Such a toxic compatibility, like literally deadly compatibility, I would tell. Example of a deadly compatibility. Literally, girls and guys. And she became famous on that day, energy 17. She became sort of a star because of who? Her husband. She said that no, I'm not leaving my husband. But when people discussing her emotional response when she was contacted the base, it's not emotion. She was extremely calm. loving wife would be crying, would be, you know, like emotion, showing emotion. And her responses, it was everything like very calm, very detached, she just kept repeating that she's not leaving him alone and that she will be waiting for people to come rescue them. And still, like, she left him alone after people came to rescue. So this is another point why they say that this everything was show off. And again, they have karmic tale of showing off, that gonna influence her relationship with him to just show off. No emotional closeness, nothing, like showing off. This couple together to show off, to show off like perfect picture of a family or something. You can deceive everybody, but you cannot deceive Destiny Matrix reader, my darlings. You're just together to show off. You don't have true feelings, you don't have true love towards one another. Not in terms of those numbers, no. I'm not seeing love here. And still, like, she was like, oh, I'm not leaving, and later sort of like relaxed and left him alone. And those guys who were rescuing him also left him alone for some time. And when they approached the stretcher where his body was laying, nobody where paralyzed person can crawl or go, or what the hell had happened in those mountains. Another like mystery, like literally. In his case, I would tell such dude run somewhere abroad, don't marry local chick. You may want to, you know, but this is your delulu, or you may be forced to, because this is energy of forced by some sort of delulu, like fake pregnancy or something, you know. You could be forced to marry local chick. Just run, dude, run, marry some foreigner and have scandals with this foreigner all the time, but better pay your past life karma this way rather than you together like led one another to the doom, literally. Deadly compatibility goes, deadly. Let me know, what do you think of it?